us recording. All right, so if you've got a block or a book, let's grab that. So we can do some half moon today. See if I can find, just as I'm telling you guys to find the block. There it is, buried at the bottom. All right, and then comfortable seat is next. So by comfortable, wherever you are, let's just ground down into our hips. Let your knees float towards the ground. Your hands rest on your thighs, shoulders back and down, crown of the head lifted. Closing the eyes, bringing the gaze to the third eye center. Our mantra of the day is Sido Hum. Sido Hum. I love this one because it means I am perfect. Wow, breathe that in, right? I am perfect. So just as you are today, whether you're creaky or cranky or happy or whatever you are, I am perfect. Sido Hum. Just sit with that for a moment as you encourage the breath in through your nose to fill your chest, expand your ribs, belly pulls away from the spine. Trace it back in, back, belly pulls in through the ribs, chest, and out your nose. Take 2 more nice, long, slow breaths. Sido Hum. Let's flutter open our eyes. Hands come to either side of our mat as we take our right ear to our right shoulder. And begin to place your palm down on the right side as you lean to the right side, and we'll scoop the left arm up and over, taking a nice side body stretch. And float the left arm back, left ear to left shoulder as we sweep the right arm up and over, leaning into that side stretch. And let's just do that slow motion again, rotating this time over to the right. Right ear comes to right shoulder. And opposite side. Just nice and gentle and slow, waking up the body. And this time bring both arms up overhead, and we'll rotate over to the right and let the arms float down. Gentle twist this morning, gaze over the back shoulder. And slowly just rotate ourselves back to center, and then rotate over to the left, looking over the left shoulder. Breathing. Coming back to center, hands on either side, palms up. Inhale, scoop the air up. Exhale, forward fold. Fingertips come to the mat. Sits bones stay rooted. Let your head drop. Creep those fingertips forward and really get a nice stretch of your lower back this morning. Breathing into your lower back. Walking the hands over to the right. Stretching from your left hip, left side body, armpit, all the way to fingertips. Back to center. And then let's walk it over to the left so we can get that whole right side body stretch. Breathe. Back to center, and then slowly roll yourself back up, and let's extend the legs out in front. Having our toes reach back so that they're flexed. Let's point and flex the feet. So waking up the ankles, and then we'll rotate the ankles in one direction and then the other. Take a moment. Scoot back so you guys can see me a little better there. So rotating ankles, there we go. And one in opposite direction with the ankles. Then come to flexing the soles of the feet and then wrap. wrapping all toes. So exhale, the toes flexed with toes spread apart, and then wrap them around. So back and wrap. One more time. Back and wrap. Beautiful. Let's bring the left leg in. Right leg, take it out a little bit more to the side. So our left foot is tucked in. Right hand is on the inside of the knee. Extend up our left arm. And then just gently begin to reach your left fingertips towards your flexed right toes. Breathing here. And then open yourself back up. We're going to twist our body so that we square our chest, reaching our knee. As we inhale, bring the nose down towards the knee. Wherever it would like to, you find your edge, just stay there. Let your hands drop. And breathe here, keeping that front foot flexed. Just beginning to open up and soften. One more breath, and then roll yourself back up. We're coming back to legs extended out in front as we inhale our arms overhead. Exhale ourselves into a forward fold. Breathing here. And slowly roll yourself back up. Opposite side, left leg out, right leg tucks. Hand on the inside of the left leg with a flexed foot, right arm extends. And over to the side. Big breath here. And then release yourself out of that. Rotate chest towards the knee as you inhale, arms up. And exhale, floating the nose down towards the knee on the left side. And be kind, wherever your body would like to be is sit-o hum, right? It's perfect. It's right where you're supposed to be. And slowly roll up, and let's do our last extension with our legs out in front. Arms over the head, and exhale down. And just notice how you're just opening up a little bit more each time we do this. And then begin to roll yourself back up, shoulders back and down, making your way into all fours on your mat. And as you get there, we're going to begin to open the hips. So we're going to rock the hips a little bit back and forth. So you'll drop your hips over to the right and look left, trying to get a glimpse of the back of your heels there as you come back to center, and you drop left, look right. So just go back and forth here some, getting into waking up your hips this morning. And after you've done that a couple times on each side, let's begin to go into some hip circles, tracing our hips with all four corners of our mat. Some nice big hip circles, working the joints. And then we're going to reverse our direction of that. If you're like me, you're hearing all the cracks and creaks. Body's waking up, all the joints, coming back to center. And when you found yourself back to center, plant your right hand under your heart, sweep your left arm up, and rotate your wrist in one direction, and then switch to the opposite. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, thread the needle through. Left arm comes through, shoulder to the ground. Right hand can be propped up in that right angle, or if you'd like to bring it up and set it on your lower back, or tuck it in your hip crease and take a bind. Yogi's choice. Find your breath. And we're going to come out of that and bring your right palm back down, push all the way up, extend left, and then place left underneath the heart. Inhale, swoop right up. Rotate wrist in one direction and the other. Inhale, lengthen, and thread the needle. Right shoulder comes down. Same thing, keeping that kickstand or take a bind. You decide. 2 long, slow breaths here. Let's Take our left palm back down, sweep our right arm back up. And down we go. Going into down dog, so let's curl the toes and push our hips up. And begin to bend with one knee and then the next. Let's just start pedaling out our dog this morning. Beautiful. Coming up on your toes and slowly lower your heels down. Belly reaches toward the thighs. Let the head drop. Find your full form. Beautiful. Rotate forward into plank. And exhale, push yourself back. 2 more. Nice and strong on this Wednesday morning. Back to down dog and last one. Inhale forward. Hold and breathe. And then exhale, push back. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. 2 more. Last one. And then bring that right leg all the way forward. So if you need to set it down and use your hand to guide it forward, we're coming into low lunge. If this is more than you like, just put your left knee down. Let's plant our left hand and sweep our right arm up to the ceiling. Nice big opening in our low lunge. And bring that hand down. And then we're going to come up to crescent. So find your stability to bring your hands up to your thighs. Roll your shoulders back and down. And gently bring your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Then bring them to touch and back into heart space, heart center. Bowing forward as we rotate over to the right. Beautiful. Coming back to center, lower the hands, step the right leg back, find your way back to down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. 2 more. Last one. And then guide that left leg all the way forward, finding your low lunge. Planting right hand, sweep left arm up. Left arm comes down, find stillness and stability in your legs as you bring your hands up to your thighs for crescent. Extend the arms up towards the ceiling. Fingertips touch, hands to the heart. Bow forward, twist to the left. Breathe. Back to center, hands come down. Step the left leg back. Find your down dog. And then begin to lower your knees. Knees come wide, big toes to touch. Finding your way down to child's pose. Let your forehead come down to the mat. Extend and lengthen your arms and your fingertips. And find a couple of nice slow breaths here. Sit-o hum. I am perfect. As we raise our hips, curl your toes, we're pushing ourselves up again into our downward facing dog. Walking your feet to the top of your mat, meeting in a standing forward fold. Hands on the shins, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. 2 more. Inhale up. And exhale down. Last one. And down. Micro bend your knees, hands on either side as we inhale, scoop up, reverse swan dive, slight back bend. Fingertips to touch as hands come down to our heart. Take a breath here and then step your right leg back. We're finding our warrior 2. So as you get set up in your warrior 2, if you'd like to, if you've got a block or a book that we talked about, we're going to do half moon in a moment. So I'm going to set my block over up by my left foot. If you don't have a block, you likely have a wall or a dresser or something nearby, a chair, and we can use that. So we'll cue that as we get there, okay? All right, so setting up our warrior 2, right? Front leg is bent, Back leg is extended. You're checking that your front heel aligns with your back arch. Our hips are nice and open. The long way of our mat gazes over our front fingertips. So find your really strong foundation with the right alignment. Inhale, fingertips to touch, straighten front leg. Exhale down. Inhale and exhale. One more, inhale up. Exhale, mouth open. Extended side angle, or reaching long, bending the left arm, right bicep by our ear. And then reverse that, legs stay the same. Float the left arm up and over. Straighten the front leg. Arms come open to our T. We're going into triangle. So reaching to the left, hinging at the hips as we bend and open up our T. You've got your block or your book there, so if you'd like to use that for support this morning for your triangle, you could. Just be nice and open, beautiful. And then engage your core as you pull yourself back up. Let your arms float down. This is where we'll do half moon. So half moon, I like to have my book in my book or block, whatever you've got in my hand when I do it. But you guys can, I'll show you and then you can decide how you like to do it at home. So just like triangle, we're extending forward and we're setting that book or block down. You notice how I've got my front knee bent. I like to put my hand on my hip and push up my back leg. So you'll see the launch up so that you can get that leg straight. A little blocked in the camera there. And as you find your setup, whether that's wall, dresser, book, block, whatever you've got, and you find your stability, you can see if you can open up the top arm. And when you're ready, bend that front leg and see if you can set yourself back to your warrior two. Nice, straighten the front leg. And let's get into a wide leg forward fold. So both of our feet are facing forward, hands on the hips. Inhale here and exhale, forward fold down, wide leg forward fold. Prasarita Podottasana is the Sanskrit name for that. It's one of my favorite to say. Prasarita Podottasana. Left arm under the heart, sweep the right fingertips up. Big opening, beautiful. Bring that back down. Right hand under heart, sweep the left arm up. And back down. And then we're going to rotate to warrior two on the opposite side. You can change your book or block over as you inhale to flat back, back up to standing. Find your setup on the opposite side. Nice. Strong in your warrior. Inhale, fingertips to touch, straighten the leg. Exhale, sink in. Two more. And down. Extended side angle, reaching forward. Right arm bends, left arm. Bicep at the ear. Keep the legs the same. Reverse your warrior. Enjoy that beautiful opening. Straightening the front leg, arms to a T, triangle pose. Reaching forward, hinging into your open T here. And breathe. And then use your core, pull yourself back up, arms can float down. We're going to float into half moon. So arms can be back out in the T as you reach forward with the front bent front knee. Set your block or book down or grab onto your wall. And you're gonna kick up the left leg. Hips height if you can with a flexed foot. And then when you feel like you've got your balance, see if you can extend up the left arm to meet it. Breathing here. And then slowly bend the front knee and set yourself back down into your warrior two. Lovely. Straighten the front leg and let the hands float down. Rotate the feet forward and let's hinge heel toe feet back in so they're a little bit wider than hip height. And we'll go into the balance where we go onto the balls of our feet up. Let's go up into star. Bring the feet down flat, bend the knees, elbows in. And let's keep this going and see if we can just start lowering the hips, coming down into squat. So keep lowering yourself down. It's okay if heels come off the mat. Maybe you can be flat-footed. Come all the way down into squat. So our elbows are in between our legs, so you can get a little bit of resistance. Let's just breathe here for a moment and continue with that hip opener this morning. One more nice, long, slow breath. All right, you're gonna bring your hands down. You can bring them behind you and start to just gently set yourself down onto your mat. Well done. Line yourself up on your mat, feet are flat. Let's have our hands extended with our palms up as we slowly begin to lower ourselves all the way down onto the mat. Coming into figure 4, so plant your left foot as you cross your right leg over that thigh. Lift the left leg up, both feet are flexed, and wrap the hands around the left thigh. So finding our figure 4 here, right elbow can be resistance. Rocking back and forth if you like. Just beginning to keep opening up the hips this morning. Nice slow breath. Coming back to center, set the left leg down and then the right. Opposite. Thread the hands around the right thigh as you lift that foot. Both feet are flexed. And breathe. You can rock if you like to. Softening in the hip. Coming back to center, let's drop the right leg and uncross the left. Lift up both hips this time and take them over to the left, extend the right leg, and bring that left knee across the body. Holding on to the outside of that knee with your right hand, extend out your left in a T. Check in that the left shoulder is rooted on the ground, and if it's not, back out of your twist a little bit. Take your gaze over your left fingertips. Just hold and breathe the spinal twist today. One more nice, long, slow breath. And then we're going to begin to unwind, center your feet and center your hips. And now the hips come a couple inches to the right, extending your left leg, bent right knee across the body, right fingertips out, checking in that that right shoulder can stay rooted down. And breathe. And then let's unwind, coming back to center. Bring the knees in towards the chest and rock side to side. And then come back to center and begin to have your palms on your knees and just start to trace some circles on the ceiling with your hands and guide your knees to give yourself a lower back massage. We can all pretend we're at the spa for a moment, right? And then reverse the direction of that. Beautiful. Take any last movements that you would like to, and then survey your surroundings for a moment. And if you'd like to do Shavasana with legs up the wall today, you're welcome to do that. So that's what I'm going to do. If you'd like to do traditional Shavasana on the floor, you can do that as well. But as you find a wall or a baseboard or whatever, you're going to place your hips nice and close. Hands will be behind you so that you can scoot back on your tailbone and then swing your legs up. And then scoot those hips near the baseboard or closer to the dresser or whatever you have available. And once you're there, and even if you're in Shavasana, let's lift our shoulders up And then try to bring them closer together as we lower them back down to open up our collarbones. Let your palms face up. Open your jaw wide and relax. And again, open wide and relax. Relax all the muscles in your face. Soften your jaw and your throat. Take a nice inhale. As you slowly exhale, soften the chest, ribs, belly, and hips. Let your upper shoulders melt, your biceps, your elbows, forearms, wrists, palms, and fingertips. Feel the earth supporting your hips so that you can relax your thighs, your knees, the backs of your knees, your calves, ankles, soles of the feet, and toes. Breathing in, sit-o hum. Sit-o hum. Accepting yourself, mind, body, and spirit as perfect. Take a couple more long, slow breaths here. Gently begin to wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers. And sweep your arms gently above your head. And stretch and reach with one arm and the other. Bring the knees in towards the chest. You can wrap the hands around the shins and take a nice squeeze here. Rolling over onto one side. Briefly pausing just to give yourself gratitude and props for some self-care today. And as you're ready, you'll make your way up to your seated position so that we can close class. So we'll close class in our usual cleansing breath, Om and 3 Shanti. So cleansing breath in through the nose. Exhale, mouth. Inhale to chant. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May we have peace in our hearts, peace in our words, and peace in our thoughts. Thank you so much for coming today. Namaste.